I never thought that my fondness for 60s pop music would trigger a meditation, but it has, and here it is. I don't think we'll ever get used to the deprivations of lockdown during this COVID crisis. Different people are impacted in different ways. Our wonderful National Health staff and carers are exhausted by their extra workload. The longest I've had to wear my face mask at any one time has been for less than half an hour. Just imagine wearing a face mask in an operating theatre or in intensive care for hours at a time. It's easy to imagine our teachers as having got off lightly. They can work from home, can't they? Or if they are in school, it's only with small groups of children of key workers. The reality is very different. Trying to juggle the needs of those few in class alongside those online is a real challenge. But it's compounded when pupils don't turn their cameras on. And it's clear in some cases that although the computer says they're online, it's clear their minds aren't. For some of those, we know these are anxious times. People still get serious symptoms from all sorts of conditions, and some will need urgent treatment where the outcome's by no means certain. It's no good trying not to worry. When it's someone we love, of course we worry. It's part of our humanity. But every cloud's got a silver lining. Some of us have been prompted to rediscover the joys of walking in nature. One of our rambles takes us on a woodland path. In the first lockdown, we walked through a carpet of wood anemones, and then saw them replaced by a sea of bluebells. Next, it was the turn of the wild garlic. At the moment, everything looks dead, but we know the show is about to start again, and we know it'll be every bit as wonderful as the last time. What is it about tiny flowers that prompts some of us to offer up a prayer of thanks and wonder? It's reassuring that Christ himself wondered too. Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They don't work, they don't spin, yet I tell you, even Solomon in all his glory wasn't adorned like one of these. If only we were willing to marvel at the handiwork of God much more than we do. One of our greatest gifts as human beings is being able to reflect. It's humbling to know that only you and I, not only you and I, but some of the greatest minds that have ever lived can experience this wonder too. Just listen to this. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It's the fundamental emotion which stands at the cradle of true art and science. Those who don't know it and can no longer wonder, no longer marvel, are as good as dead, their eyes dimmed. It was the experience of mystery, even if mixed with fear, that engendered religion, a knowledge of the existence of something we cannot penetrate, our perceptions of the profoundest reason and the most radiant beauty, which only in their most primitive forms are accessible to our minds. It's this knowledge and this emotion that constitutes true religiosity. Those are the words of Albert Einstein in a collection of his writings entitled Ideas and Opinions. What is it that makes us as human beings stand in awe at the wonder of creation? You know, the psalmists came before us in Psalm 8. When I look up at your heavens, the work of your fingers, at the moon and the stars that you've set in place, what is a frail mortal that you should be mindful of him or her? Not only mindful, but loving and caring, wanting only the best for us as individuals, but also for humanity as a whole on our beautiful planet Earth. So, which 60s song triggered these devotional thoughts? Well, here it is.
candle glow. I believe for everyone who goes astray, someone will come to show the way. I believe, I believe, I believe above the storm the smallest prayer will still be heard. I believe that someone in the great somewhere hears every word. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, then I know why I believe. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, then I know why I believe.
Let's close by opening our hearts to God in prayer together. Almighty Creator God and loving Father, before we ever thought of you, you were waiting patiently and guiding our footsteps, reaching out to us even when our response was indifference and even rejection. Your love for us is absolute, and we can only marvel at your forgiving kindness and concern. In these challenging times, help us in our fumbling efforts to reach out to others through our genuine concern and our practical help. Let us be channels of your perfect love, which knows no bounds. Amen.